In this video, we are going to discuss the history of tactical naval wargames. I have showcased very briefly in my channel an upcoming amazing tactical naval wargame that is going to be released 2 weeks from now in 2026. We are going to trace the roots of the lineage of World War II naval wargames, emphasizing career operations. We're going to go through the years of the early 90s, going to the late 90s, and finally going into the cold waters of the 2010, reaching the war on the sea for the 2020s up until the upcoming release of Task Force Admiral. Now that you are here, do yourself a favor, especially if you enjoy military stuff, simulations and wargaming content, and subscribe to the channel. We need you to shape the channel and spread out this amazing hobby to other fellows. Let's go to the video. So we'll start with Task Force 1942, early 90s, and specifically this one because this is going to be the name that is going to be carrying the more modern iteration of its successor. This is a wargame by MPS Labs Microprose, released in 1992, directed by Lawrence Schick, the designer, with Ed Fletcher as the programming. Focuses on Guadalcanal campaign surface actions in Solomon Islands, with the Allied versus the IGN from Rabaul, the Japanese Empire. Gameplay-wise, it contains a single player historical custom battles or also a campaign mode. You can control ships and task forces with plotting orders, emphasizing reinforcements, supplies to seize the Guadalcanal. Hybrid simulators with accurate World War II physics. This, of course, is going to be the Microprose staple pre-Jane's era precursor to Pacific Courier Sims. Let's move on to Jane's Fleet Command from the late 90s. Developed by Sonalist Inc. and published by Electronic Arts, Jane's Combat Simulations, released in May 1999 for Windows. Originally an Aegis destroyer sub-hunter simulator, post-Cold War focus on global navies, features real-time 3D ship and air modeling, cruise missiles versus air bases, and defenses against threats. Campaigns pit US fleets against ex-Soviet, Chinese, or Indian navies using Jane's database. Standalone scenarios plus one main campaign. Hail for tactical depth but criticized for high system requirements. Nowadays you can find it on Steam, which has re-released the retro game, but they dropped the Jane's branding. Let's move on to the 2010s with Cold Waters. Killerfish Games in 2017, submarine simulator for Windows, spiritual successor to Microprose Red Storm Rising of 1988. Players command US submarines in an hypothetical World War II versus USSR China. Missions include patrols, strikes, and more. Real-time 3D stealth action with sonar evasion, torpedo duels, and crew management. Built on the Killerfish engine, it was very well priced for the tension that it provokes on the player, but reviews on the AI were mixed. Post-launch campaigns expanded to North Atlantic and South China Sea. The next stop is War on the Sea. It was fully released in 2023. World War II Pacific simulator focusing on the Solomon Islands with carrier and surface battles from 1942. Player protects transports, reinforcements amid Guadalcanal struggle. Features plane-by-plane 3D control, battle generators, night fighting doctrine, and more. Evolved from Cold War's engine with surface emphasis, and the ship, like the Canberra, is recreated historically. Is a community-praised simulator. Further updates added nations and doctrines. And finally, we reach to the newer experience of Task Force Admiral Volume 1 American Carrier Battles, in which you will experience the thrill of leading American aircraft carriers to victory in this full 3D command simulator wargame set in the Pacific in 1942, getting inspiration from all of the previous titles. Don't forget to subscribe. This was Victus. See you in the next one.